Hey guys, and today I'm going to be doing the next update to my Pan Those Eyeshadows series here on YouTube. If you're new here, please check out the cards and the description box. I will have my playlist linked in both. I also have playlists for all of my other project pans currently going on, and I also have the creator of this project linked. Her name is Alexi. I believe she doesn't make YouTube videos anymore, but she still has a lot of great content up for your viewing pleasure, and this is just a really fun and creative project, so I always want to keep her linked in the description box. So without further ado, let's hop straight into the update. The shadows that I've had rolled in the longest, the first one is this Dior Backstage Eye Palette, and I have the shade Matte Charcoal rolled in. Here's what it was looking like at my last update when I had 8 uses on it, and I've used an additional 7 times this past month for a total of 15 uses, and here's what it's looking like now. As you can see, there is a bit of a dip in the center, and that Dior embossing has been worn away, and so there is definitely a little bit of progress on this. But I am going to enact my 15 use 3-month rule and roll this out because I just need something new, and I like using it as a liner, but there's shades in my Tati Beauty palette, my Pan That palette for the year, that work really well as liners, and I just would like to get something fresh in this project. Nothing in this project is really, I don't know, making me excited right now, unfortunately. Then next I have the shade Ember from my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. Here's what it was looking like at my last update when I had used it 8 times, and I've used it an additional 3 times since my last update for a total of 11 uses, and here's what it's looking like now. Another one where there is a good dip on it. I do really love this shade. I'm wearing it all over my lid today, layered under some other things, and it's really pretty. It's just a little bit smoky. I mean, it's sultry, the sultry palette, that makes complete sense. It's just a little bit smoky for my everyday. I might bring this palette with me. I'm going on a girls' weekend coming up, so I might bring this with me because it seems like a good palette for that kind of setting. And we'll see, maybe I can hit those last 3 uses. My other shades that I have actually hit pan in took like 20 plus uses. I think 26 and like 30 something. Yeah, so I'm not really so too concerned about actually hitting pan on this because I couldn't even hit pan in rose quartz, and that was in the project for a super long time. Next we have the Aladdin MAC collaboration Jasmine's Wish palette. I have the shade Jasmine's Wish rolled in, and here's what it was looking like last month when I had used it twice. I've used it another 3 times for a total of 5 uses, and here's what it's looking like now. This is a really, really beautiful shade. It is really fun, and I do enjoy using it, especially on days where I want like something not too punchy, like not too smoky or dramatic. It's kind of got a more sheer base to it, so it layers really well over clear skin, and it just adds a little bit of something without looking too dramatic. Here is Ember as well, by the way. So we have Ember, Jasmine's Wish, and then this is Matte Charcoal, and I really am loving this one. I think this might be another 15 use one, or I'm just going to try and work towards that 15 uses and then see how I feel about it then, because this palette is like basically brand new to me, so we'll see. We'll see how far we get. Then at my last update, I had rolled in 2 shades. The first is from my Morphe Madison Beer palette. Here's what it was looking like last month, but I only used it once, and here's what it's looking like now. No real change. I layered it over Ember today, and I think it looks really nice, so I think I just need to keep reaching for it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Again, I'm sorry if this update is a little bit like low energy. Just there's something about this project right now, the shades that are rolled in, that just aren't really inspiring me. I'm not like super excited to use them. I guess I need to roll something new in and see if I can reinvigorate. And then my last shade is Rice Paper by MAC for my MAC Amber x9 palette. And I also used this one more time, and here's what it's looking like today. Another barely used one. I think this one I could hit pan on. I've hit pan in 4 other shades in this palette so far, so I think I could get it done. This shade is just very like pale and frosty, and isn't like, I don't want to say it isn't a shade, but it kind of like brings light without really even looking like you're wearing much. So it'll be good for very natural days, or maybe days where I'm wearing a bolder lip or can layer with other things. So yeah, so here's where we're at. Just a lot of lid shades, I guess. I'm excited to roll something new in today. So a brief update about my current just collection. I have 339 total eyeshadows, 73 of which have pan, and 252 are eligible to be rolled in. So I'm going to take my graphing calculator and I'm randomly generating a number between 1 and 252, and that number is 178, which comes from my Boss Babe Dolly palette by Buxom. I'm going to go grab that and I'll be right back. So here is my Boss Babe Dolly palette, and I rolled in the shade On Ice, which is this like magenta, metallic magenta. I have hit pan on a shade, the shade Last Call, as a part of this project, I believe last year. That's a really beautiful shade. In the past I've struggled with these like reds, but you know, we're entering a change of season, and I'm hoping I've been doing more like pink looks in general, so I'm excited at the idea of getting to play with this a little bit more. On an unrelated note, the shade Drippin' is so beautiful, so this one might see some use while it's sitting out with my Pan Those eyeshadows. Yeah, it's just like so foiled and sparkly. Oh, this is the kind of eyeshadow that I'm like really excited to use right now. So maybe I just need to see where the wind takes me and play with these palettes as a whole rather than just trying to use the rolled in shades. That could maybe help so that I'm reaching into new things. I've also just been rolling in a lot of things that have been in the project before. This, and this have all been in my Pan Those eyeshadows at least once. I think these two have both in 3 times, and this has been in once. So once before. So now it's like just I'm using the same things over and over again, and just my collection is not feeling very fresh right now. I'm also starting to think about what projects I want to do next year. So if you have any thoughts, please share them down below. I'm toying with whether or not I want to take a break from Pan Those eyeshadows in 2026. I have had a lot of fun doing this project, but I've also just lately, I don't know, been wanting to like rotate through things in a different way next year maybe. So thank you for listening to my rambling. We have 1 more shade rolled out. No new pans hit this month, but I'm really hoping to get 3 more uses on Sultry, maybe even 10 more uses on Aladdin MAC Jasmine's Wish, and I think I can double down and start really focusing on this one and see a dip by my next month. So thankfully we are in a good spot to see some progress on things, and fingers crossed that I can make some good progress for the next update. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.